Most people managing blood sugar have been told one of two things about fruit. Either eat it freely because it's natural, or avoid it completely because it contains sugar. Both of those answers are wrong. And the research we're breaking down today explains exactly why, and which three fruits published studies consistently link to better glucose outcomes in adults with type 2 diabetes and prediabetes. By the end of this video, you'll know which fruits to prioritize, which ones to quietly stop buying, and the one preparation mistake that cancels the benefit of every fruit on this list. Stay with us. This one is worth knowing. Welcome back to Purely Prime, where we go through the published research so you don't have to. Before the top three, you need to understand one thing that changes how you look at every fruit from this point forward. Why fruit is not one thing. Fruit is not one category. Two fruits can have identical calorie counts and completely opposite effects on your blood sugar. The difference comes down to three things. 1. Fiber content. Fiber physically slows how fast sugar enters your bloodstream. High fiber fruit equals slower absorption. Low fiber fruit equals faster spike. 2. Polyphenol content. Polyphenols are plant compounds that research suggests interact with glucose metabolism at the cellular level. Some fruits are loaded with them, some have almost none. 3. Glycemic index and glycemic load together. Glycemic index measures speed of absorption. Glycemic load measures total blood sugar impact per realistic serving size. You need both numbers, not just one. A fruit can have a moderate glycemic index but a high glycemic load if you eat a large portion. This is why portion size is not optional. It is part of the mechanism. With that foundation, here are the top three. Number 3, the apple. Specifically, a whole apple, skin completely on, eaten after protein. Here is why the skin matters so much that it changes the entire nutritional picture. Apple skin contains a soluble fiber called pectin. When pectin reaches your stomach, it forms a physical gel. That gel coats the inside of your digestive tract and slows glucose absorption from everything you ate with it, not just from the apple itself. A study published in the journal Diabetes found that pectin reduced post-meal insulin demand by 35%. 35% less insulin needed from a fiber that's already in the apple. But the moment you remove the skin, applesauce, peeled apple, apple juice, the pectin effect disappears entirely. Apple juice has zero pectin benefit. Applesauce has almost none. A whole apple with the skin on, that is where the research points. Glycemic index of a whole apple is 36. That is low, very low. A 2022 study from researchers in Japan published in Foods found that eating an apple before a rice meal produced a measurably delayed blood glucose peak and a smaller overall spike compared to eating rice alone. The research suggested order: protein first, then apple, then any carbohydrate. That sequence gives you the strongest protective effect from the pectin mechanism. One small Fuji or Gala apple, available at any grocery store for under $1, eaten after your protein at lunch. That is the protocol the research describes. Number 2, avocado. And yes, avocado is botanically a fruit, and the research on it specifically for blood sugar management is some of the most consistent we have found in this niche. Here is the primary mechanism. Avocado contains virtually zero sugar. Its glycemic index is effectively zero. It contributes no glucose load whatsoever. But that is not why it is number 2. It is number 2 because of what it does to everything else you eat with it. Avocado is rich in oleic acid, the same monounsaturated fat found in olive oil. Research published in Nutrients in 2019 found that oleic acid consumption was associated with improved insulin receptor sensitivity in adults with metabolic dysfunction. In plain language, the fat in avocado may help your cells respond more effectively to the insulin your body is already producing. There's a second mechanism. Avocado is one of the highest fiber foods available, 10 grams per whole avocado. That fiber, combined with the fat content, creates a significant slowing effect on gastric emptying, Everything you eat alongside avocado or shortly after it moves through your digestive system more slowly. Glucose enters your bloodstream more gradually. A randomized controlled trial published in the Journal of Nutrition in 2021 found that adults who consumed one avocado daily for 12 weeks showed improvements in markers of cardiometabolic health compared to the control group. Half an avocado, eaten at breakfast alongside 2 eggs, or sliced over a salad at lunch. The research consistently points to half a portion as the effective amount for most adults. Number 1. Blueberries. And the mechanism behind this one is genuinely worth understanding because it is unlike anything else on this list. The active compounds in blueberries are anthocyanins. Anthocyanins are the pigments that make blueberries blue. When anthocyanins enter your bloodstream, they activate an enzyme called AMPK, adenosine monophosphate activated protein kinase. Think of AMPK as a master switch inside your cells. When AMPK activates, your cells open their doors to glucose. Glucose moves out of the blood and into the cell where it is used for energy. A randomized double-blind placebo-controlled study published in the Journal of Nutrition, led by researchers at Pennington Biomedical Research Center, gave insulin-resistant adults the equivalent of 1 cup of blueberries daily for 6 weeks. The result? Significantly improved insulin sensitivity compared to the placebo group. In 6 weeks from 1 cup of blueberries. A separate meta-analysis of 22 randomized controlled trials published in Nutrition, Metabolism, and Cardiovascular Diseases in 2022 found that blueberry consumption was associated with reductions in fasting blood glucose and reductions in glycated hemoglobin, that's your A1C marker, in adults with type 2 diabetes. The glycemic index of blueberries is 53, lower than apples, lower than bananas, lower than grapes. And the fiber content, 3.6 grams per cup, combined with the anthocyanin effect, means your blood sugar doesn't just avoid spiking, it may actually improve over the hours after eating them. A 2-pound bag of frozen blueberries at Walmart costs between $5 and $7. Frozen works just as well as fresh, in some cases better, because flash freezing at peak ripeness preserves the anthocyanin content. Half a cup of frozen blueberries mixed into plain Greek yogurt after your eggs at breakfast. That's the combination the research most consistently points towards. Before we finish, the one preparation mistake that cancels the benefit of every fruit we just covered: juicing them or blending them. The moment you put any of these fruits in a blender or a juicer, you shred or eliminate the fiber matrix. Without the fiber, the protective mechanism disappears. Blueberry juice is not blueberries. Apple juice is not an apple. A smoothie is not the same as eating the whole fruit with a fork. The fiber is not decorative. The fiber is the mechanism. Whole fruit, always. Here's what the research points towards as a practical daily protocol. Breakfast, half a cup of frozen blueberries mixed into plain Greek yogurt eaten after your eggs or protein source. Lunch, 1 small apple with the skin on, eaten after your protein and vegetables. Never alone, never first. Dinner, half an avocado sliced over whatever protein you're eating, or alongside a salad. 3 fruits, 3 meals, all eaten after protein, all eaten whole, never juiced or blended. That's the pattern the research describes. Drop your A1C number in the comments right now, just the number. We read every single one. And tell us what you're struggling with most. Before the next video, we'll poll the published research and sort it into what makes sense for your situation. If this gave you something useful today, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to Purely Prime so you never miss a research breakdown. We'll see you in the next one.